So my name is Celine Korir, and I'm from the Rural Women Peace Link. We are going to present to you the UCP traditional way. Now, these UCP traditional ways are used in inter-community, different communities. So when we are talking about the belt, and we are talking about the guad and the milk, so the belt was basically being used in the intra-community. So the women would actually use it to prevent and to protect the neighboring communities. The guad, the milk and the guad are used in both ways, for reconciliation across, but also for intra, within the community, among the communities themselves.
My name is Fred Diego. Community self-protection to me means ways in which communities came together in the past to offer protection to each other and to even protect other neighboring communities. In the past, communities, and especially amongst the Nandi community, protection was something that was inculcated in every young person, so that it is something that was mandatory for people to rise to the occasion and be able to protect the community, and more so the vulnerable people in the community. Those are women, children, and older people. Apart from women being protected, women played a very important role in ensuring that there is also peace. Because one, women would always use a special belt called legetio amongst the Kalenjin community. That means whenever they put it along the way, men will never cross. Men will never go against what the women have said, because if they do, mostly they would pronounce a curse.
Kisha wekwa na tukaambiwa hata kondoo haiwezi kuruka.
The legetio is a very respected bell in our Kalenjin community, and it's a very important belt. It is being used to protect the community. It is also being used to prevent the community, and also it is a symbol of peace. When a woman has it, the community knows that there is peace. The community understands that everything is peaceful. But when there is tension and the women want to stop the conflict, they will untie the bell and put it before the men. And when the men see that, they will stop fighting, or they will stop the conflict, or the tension will stop, because they respect this. The guard is a very important item for the community. Whenever it is being brought before the community, when there is conflict, the people will listen. They will listen because they believe that it is a symbol of peace. The word is being used when people are being reconciled. When there is tension and people have killed each other, the guard has milk. It is being used the milk is being used for the two people who have reconciled, and they are being given the milk from the guard, whereby they will use the same guard to drink the milk that is inside the guard. So it is being kept by the women, and it's a sign of bringing protection and bringing reconciliation among the community. And here is a tree. This tree, the Kalenjin community respects this tree. Whenever there is conflict and maybe the other side has been overpowered, they'll just go and get this tree, cut the branches, take the leaves, and show that they have surrendered, and the reconciliation starts from that point.
If there was a conflict, and if one was wrong, and there was a way of retribution, and the communities participate in retribution, like Like in the past, I remember among us, the Kalenjin, if one person unintentionally kills the other, which now we would call manslaughter, unintentionally kills the other, there was a way in which communities would come together.
The Kalenjin also knew that. So when they saw somebody coming with this grass, they will know that this was something that was done accidentally, and these people are seeking for forgiveness. So the people will just, the tension will reduce, and the people will listen to what the people will say.
You know, when cases end up in court, some of these cases would have been easily solved at the grassroots level. These cases would have gone to even Wazes. These cases would have even gone to the communities, who would have actually made it possible for justice to be served at the expense of not taking a lot of time, a lot of court's time, with cases that would have found justice at the community level.
Our community had the three arms of government, the Kalenjin community, and the three arms of government were meant to protect the community. The Council of Elders were just there to discuss about issues affecting the community. They were there to listen to what was going on in the community. And these were the people who will see what went wrong and what is happening and how they could solve the problem. And then after that, they will liaise with the judiciary. The judiciary were the judges, the people, the respected leaders from the community, who were the ones that they could give out the way forward, what could happen, what should be done. If there was somebody in the community who was threatening the community, they were the ones to make the decision on how they are going to punish this person. We have the executive. These were the opinion leaders. They were the ones who could go out and listen, to go out and talk to the community, then come back and talk to these other leaders, and then they will come to agreement and discuss about the issues that affect the community.
The missing link has always been, you know, most of the time when you want to talk about protection, we address issues after they have happened. We don't take into recognition the importance of early warning for early action.
Now, the UCP traditional ways is still very valued by the pastoralist communities. The pastoralist communities experience a lot of resource-based violence and conflicts, and especially cat rustling. So among the Pokots and the Turkana and the Karamoja and the Marakwets, the UCP traditional way is still valued. They use bells and all the leketio. But just like any UCP strategy, a lot of effort is required. A lot of effort is required to create awareness among the communities, among the elders. A lot of resources are still required to mobilize the young people and the women and the elderly to understand how best they can apply it.